Let's build news literacy to better live out the gospel. The print magazines and online articles are for them. The discipleship and teaching resources are for you. More at gwnews.com.
It was 3 years ago today that Russia invaded Ukraine, and in that time overtook and now occupies about 20% of that nation. Russia argues it has a claim to its neighbor. For a long time, Russia, at one time the Soviet Union, occupied Ukraine, heavily influencing its culture, and a large population of ethnic Russians still live there. Russia also wants to prevent NATO from expanding at its border. The war has led to billions of dollars of damage to Ukraine's infrastructure and even greater loss.
We are losing the most precious thing. We are losing the people.
Ukraine's President Zelensky says more than 46,000 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed, and other sources indicate more than 12,000 civilians have died. Now, a culture of remembrance for the fallen, particularly fallen soldiers, is emerging in Ukraine. It's inspired by the example of a 25-year-old military paramedic and journalist, Irina Shaibuk, who worked to promote public ceremonies to pause and remember the lost. She was killed on the front lines last summer. Now, at around 9 a.m. every day, cities in Ukraine observe a moment of silence to honor fallen heroes. After farewell ceremonies, people gather around a bonfire in traditional clothing to sing Ukrainian songs.
I think that most of our boys and girls who die for Ukraine defending it would like their burial and their farewell to not be sad and mournful, and for us to all understand that this is not about loss, this is about victory and bravery.
3 years of war have seen some major struggles: a months-long grain blockade that hampered global food supply, a failed coup attempt by Russia's Wagner Group against Vladimir Putin's regime, the waxing and waning of Western support, and a budding partnership between Russia and North Korea. Then there are recent developments, most notable Russia and the United States meeting to discuss about reestablishing diplomatic ties and talks in Ukraine about a peace plan. But U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the prospect of Ukraine returning to its original borders is unrealistic, and that it will likely not be able to join NATO. President Trump has paused U.S. funding for Ukraine for now, but he's also pushing for a deal that would give America rights to Ukraine's mineral resources in exchange for continued U.S. military support.
If you like that story, do me a favor, tap the like and subscribe button below. And if you really liked it, check out the full show free for a week. Just head over to worldwatch.news/free video.